And how's everyone doing today? I think you're gonna hate that it actually sounds good if you do. Enter Sandman's tune is surprisingly versatile. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? It's been a few days. I mean, at least you didn't wake up to newborn kittens in your bed, where you might accidentally roll on them and hurt them. So, in between streams, I did go and finish mining it out. I think it looks good. What do y'all think? Does the space look good? It should be it. We might not be able to build the biggest of ships here. We might not be able to build the biggest of ships here, but we'll be able to build suitable ones for our purposes, for our early purposes. We'll be able to finally build us a welding ship. We'll finally be able to build us a mining rig. This space will facilitate us getting our necessity ships out of the way. I say out of the way, I mean more, how to put it, less out of the way and more engaged with what we need. It is still unfinished, unfortunately. I'm still working on the aesthetics we want for it. I also need to dig out a channel underneath to feed another line for access to storage. And after this project, the next big project we have to solve, production. Over the course of mining this out and, getting the resources to build what we've got so far, this little setup, even with speed and yield, is not enough to refine and produce things quickly. So after we finish this, I'm going to start we're first going to build us a mining freighter. It's not going to actually have any miners on it, but it is going to be a large grid ship with the purpose of taking a small grid miner, a small grid mining ship, similar to this one, but less, doesn't need the bulk for range. This one was a SSTO ship, my very first 2-orbit ship that got refitted into a impromptu miner because I needed one. So while this ship works for the purpose I've been using it for, it's kind of like using, how to describe it. It's kind of like using, I need a comparison. It's like using dynamite to mine. It's like using dynamite to mine. It'll work, but you're not getting the full quality of effect out of it. Oh, 6 ads. Oh, that hurts. That hurts even hearing that. There's a reason I pay for YouTube Premium. I am so adverse to ads in my watching experience that I will pay the $12 a month for Premium. And we are on the wrong. There we go. All right. So before I get much further, I need to get my mining drill out. I feel like I just went crooked. Did I go crooked? Not entirely, but I don't know what it is, but lately Twitch has been even more toxic when it comes to the amount of ads. Last week, somebody got 8 ads on a freaking video. I mean, on one of the ads. So, I don't know what it is, but Twitch has been really toxic on ads lately. Morning, Kaden. How you doing? So apparently, and I don't know how to activate it. Apparently, Build Info, the mod, comes with a few bonus. I'm doing pretty good. Work, man, the last 2 days of work, I worked Friday night and Saturday night. The last 2 nights of work were the worst. We are currently at work down 2 people. One person on vacation and another person quit pretty much within a day of each other. And then Thursday we got one of the biggest trucks I've ever been there for. Specifically what made it so big is we got 3 whole pallets that we weren't supposed to get. We got 3 pallets from a store literally across the state from us. Don't know how that happened. Somebody in shipping decided to take their stupid pills that day or something. But of those 3 pallets, one of them turned out to be like 50% candy. And candy is one of the sections that I have to run every night. So instead of my normal waist-high pallet of candy to run on that night, I had a pallet taller than me and no help to run it. Needless to say, that's why we didn't have a stream Friday morning, because I didn't leave work till 8:30 that day. For reference, I normally get off at 5 or 5:30. Also, another rust freighter. Is that one coming towards us? Yep. I work as my day job my night job is overnight stock at a grocery store. I am not going to state which one, because while there are a great many of the store, they're limited to a small region of the U.S., so it would almost be be some level of doxing, at least the region I live in. I don't know why I'm doing this so obtusely. Yeah, overnight stock is a fantastic job to work, but God, it can be exhausting. I quite like my work. I quite like it. You know. What I don't like is customers constantly. My number one pet peeve: customers putting frozen products on the normal shelves. That is a 5-pound bag of frozen chicken breasts, Karen. There's a cooler case right 3 feet from the candy. Why did you not put it in the cooler case and instead hid it behind the M&Ms? Why did you do this, Karen? Because now I've got frozen and I've got thawed and partially rotting chicken in the candy because of you, Karen. I swear, if I ever see somebody do it, I am going to lose my job because I will lose my shit. That is 100% of truth there. If I ever catch the people doing it, I am gonna lose my shit on them. Like, there's lazy, and then there's I picked it up off the shelf, stood in place, and decided to put it on the shelf below it lazy. Like, that's beyond laziness on into just being malicious. Oh, yeah, no, 100% they are lazy. Well, okay, I should state it. The older customers are the lazy ones. When the younger customers, like the teenagers, when they do it, oh no, it's them being assholes. When the teenagers do it, it's them being assholes. When the senior citizens and the parents do it, it's just them being lazy. When the teenagers do it, they're just being assholes. 100%. You are... If I wasn't limited to just a railgun for my offense, I'd be going for that right now. I only have a railgun, and while railguns are great for taking things out, they're not so good for trying to recover anything from it. So... This isn't even hooked up yet. I'm just setting up the infrastructure. But apparently there is... Oh, and it disappeared. All right. Apparently there is one of the abilities of build info that I didn't know about, and I still don't know how to activate, is to see the entire conveyor network of your station. so you can tell where, wherever, when everything's connected. And to see the layout of it and make sure you're getting things to where you need. I learned that this feature is in there today. I just don't know how to activate it. I really should go look it up. Should we do that? Because that does seem like an exceedingly useful feature. Why did I not add those to the build? We'll get this little piece of there we go. All right, let's get in here and like I said, yeah, I really wish there was a I'm suddenly forgetting how to right, now I remember. Let's save up and pop out to the main menu to look through the build info mod list entry. All right. Any ad block with a welder or grinder will also show a box with data relative to its current state instead of definition. Oh. Okay, yeah, this text is so small that I'm actually having trouble okay, so So what it's saying is, the text was so small I was having trouble reading it. Let's just get back to loading the world. Basically, if I type, if I point my character at the station or a ship, and I open up chat and type /bi space conveyor viz, it'll show me the entire conveyor network in that station or ship and update it even when I add things to it. So that can let me know even if stuff's behind walls, if it's connected properly. You know, that's actually a lot more useful than I thought it'd be. I did not think that was going to be that interesting, but that's actually pretty interesting. So what it's saying is I should be able to do that to see where all the conveyors are in the entire station. And blue ones are apparently ones not connected to anything. Looks like any with one of these blocks is some form of terminal, and the shape of the terminal, roughly. Looks like those are connectors. This is actually really useful information. Like back there is the storage tank, as well as the 3 oxygen O2H2 generators, which, by the way, I have not checked our power today. Still holding good for the moment. That's actually really useful information. What does it... Oh, and it even shows sorters. That's a sorter right there. We go underneath. We can see that's a sorter right there. That's actually really useful. It's sorted to send ice that way. That's actually really useful for visualizing things. Holy cow, that's actually pretty useful. That's actually really, really interesting and useful. And technically, according to the key code here, it's not that this is a disconnected network. It's one that's not connected to it's a separate network because it's not joined in yet. What mod is this? Build info. This is build info. Like one of the best quality of life mods there are. This and well, let me find a block that I can use it on properly. This and Build Vision are just phenomenal mods. You know, this gives me access to the entire status of the inside of a block. It's on the workshop. Oh, how did I activate that? Okay, I actually had to go look this up on the workshop entry. What you'll do is you'll go and type, point your cursor at the station or ship that you want to see the conveyor network for, and type /vi space conveyor viz, and I need to turn it off. So that's actually stupid useful for identifying conveyor networks. Imagine doing that to an enemy base and knowing where all their, and being able to identify where their conveyors are outside of the range of their gunfire, so you can get to their guns, and so you can disable their guns. Yeah, that's actually stupid useful in more than one way. Yeah, apparently they were so worried about build info having too much stuff, they actually cut off one of the previously major features and made it into a mod all its own. The one that helps you find air leaks in your I should probably add that one to this, because I don't have that currently. But right now I'm just kind of focused on getting things ready for when we go wide, so to speak. Like, I'm going to acknowledge that this area is going to be questionably pressurized, and just go ahead and decide that I'm putting an airlock door here to access the rest of the base. Which, by the way, this might be one of my favorite mods that I've found so far. We're going to put the door to the future rest of the base right here. Give us a pocket back there. That's eventually going to be pressurized back there. Come on. Come on. I love the airlock here. Maintain my oxygen in a pressurized environment. So useful when you're pressurizing a base. You lose that little, instead of losing as much as it takes for you to take the time to open one door, get in, close it, open the other door and get out, and then close it too. Just spin. I know you can automate it so it opens and closes, but spin. Also looks better than, most of the doors, in my opinion. It's really well designed. But I have been stalling and doing stupid things here. We need to get cracking on getting this hangar done so we can actually start building ships. So we have 2 ships we have to build while we're out here. One of them, 2 ships that are an absolute must build. We need a small grid miner, one that's actually attuned to space specifically, not just a cobbled together kludge like our current one. And we need a mining cargo freighter to bring its stuff back. So we're looking at 1 small grid ship and 1 large grid ship. The nice thing here is having the large grid ship will also mean we'll be able to support a large grid ore detector without having to do any merge block or connector shenanigans. Just the large grid will support a large grid ore detector, and the small grid will have a smaller one for precisely locating when we're out in the smaller ship. I probably should have just filled in this stuff offline. I didn't want to do too much offline. It was bad enough I finished the mining offline. I'm saying offline far too often. Stop it, Hero. Maybe we swap out some of the walls for the interior walls. I do like the look of the interior walls, so maybe we use some interior walls, for this room. Come on, let's get more done. All right. Sorry about that. Hey, thank you for the follow, Gamer Empire 2. I apologize if it does seem like I have trouble reading chat sometime. Chat is on the screen above me. How you doing, by the way? Above my game screen, right in between my two lights. So I look at the screen and I'm being half blinded by my lights just to see. I'm doing pretty good. Learned a new thing about Build Info earlier today. Did you know Build Info can let you see all the conveyor networks in your base? I didn't until today. I did not know that. That is super useful. I can see that being useful in even in a PvE scenario when you're raiding a NPC, a space pirate base. See where all their conveyors are, so you can tap in and destroy supply lines for their guns. That'd be useful in a PvP situation too. That actually might be a feature you specifically want to disable on PvP servers. Huh. Didn't think about it that way. But right now I'm just working on finishing up a hangar for a dry dock so that we can really start building some ships. Along with, really starting our base. This will give me oh, nice. Yeah, I've currently got, I think the only engine mod I've got on here currently is, well, I've got hover engines that I never actually used. Might want to build something with one of those at some point, but where is it? I've got this Titan engine mod. Never even really looked at it to see what it's like. But holy. Okay, yeah, you don't so much build a ship, a ship with this engine on it, so much as you build a ship around this engine. Holy cow! Holy cow! You build your ship around this engine. You don't build a ship with this engine. Holy cow. You have 3. I'm sorry. What? Holy cow. Now I feel like I am now obligated to use those when I decide to build the mega carrier. When I decide to build a mega carrier for my base, I feel like I'm now obligated to use those. Holy cow. And they're an ion type engine? Holy cow. Or are they hydrogen? Do they behave like hydrogens, but they're essentially ions, or what? because I can't really see a point in having 3 of those if it's a ship, if they're not useful for oh my god, they're ion specific, so they're space only. I suppose if you're going to build, are you also using a separate mod for additional power, or are you freebirding it on multiple nuclear reactors? And when I say multiple, I mean like 30 large reactors. A plasma mod? Okay. You'd need to freebird down like 30 large reactors otherwise for each one. That would not be sustainable. You would spend more time hunting new places for uranium than you would actually anything else if you tried to power those off vanilla reactors. It would become a necessity to have that ship yeah, but if you were using vanilla, it'd be 30 for 1. That's the difference there. 30 for all 3 or 30 for 1? Nice. Yeah. If I decide, now that I know that, I legitimately, when I added it to the mod pack, I was like, this looks cool. Maybe I'll build with it at some point. I knew nothing about it. I did not read into it or anything. I just thought this looks cool. Let's try it. Let's add it. Now that I know it's that ridiculous, now I might have to add a power mod just to support it, because there's no way I'd be able to otherwise. Or I might end up removing it, because while it is a neat engine, it feels like you'd have to make your ship exceedingly oversized to make that viable. Like, yes, everyone loves a big ship, but there becomes a point that a big ship is I went the wrong way. Becomes a problem. Because the bigger the ship is, the harder it is to slow. God knows I have enough experience with ships being very, very bad, hard to slow. How many ships now is it I've broken? I've broken at least 4 ships in this world so far. Because I underestimated how much I needed to slow. I can legitimately say, when it comes to atmospheric ships, the only thing more important than lift is your ability to stop. When it comes to atmospheric ships, the only thing more important than lift is your ability to stop. That is 100% a truth. Maneuverability? Nah, who cares? If I can't stop when I'm on approach so that I can do careful maneuvering, I'm screwed. Maneuverability and braking over high speed, most definitely. Especially when you're learning. Oh, nice. It does seem a little busted. That does seem a little busted, but it's a video game, so in the long run, things like that don't matter as much. I can see how Hmm. Now I kind of want to find one or two people to play a survival from scratch with me. With one of the stipulations that running mods that encourage reuse. All right, let me grab you real quick. I'll just put you in the box. It is not very often that people want to be put in the box, but it is fun to put people in the box. That would be fun. To oh, and I'm out of steel again. All right. A survival scenario where you have to worry about scrapping, about worry about scavenging things from bases, like high-end component, like high-end components and stuff like that. Basically ones where you're never going to find cobalt on planet. So you have to scavenge things that will have metal grids in them. That I've got to be careful because every time I get ideas in my head, they either go somewhere or they go nowhere. So I need to be careful thinking about it. I might put things in my head that'll never happen, but I'll keep thinking about them. But it might be... Yeah, it sounds like you're going to be writing up some custom scripts to be able to manage that ship. I do really enjoy the survival aspect of this game. I think the only way we can make this more horrifically traumatic on the survival front is if we manage to find a mod that requires us to eat food. How that would be so rough, wouldn't it? There is? Oh God. Don't encourage me to add stuff like that to my game, because I will do it. And he'll put me back on what I get done another week because I'll end up having to set up new infrastructure. Send it to me on Twitch. Send it to me in a whisper, or I'd say send it in chat, but Nightbot is a rabid monster. Yeah, Nightbot is a rabid monster. Otherwise, I'd say send it to me over in chat. Is your tag the same on Steam, or is it different? Alright, let me go jump into my ship so I can recharge. Okay. I 100%. The one thing I have always had trouble with finding in Space Engineers, and longer term viewers of my channel will laugh at me for saying this because they've seen my struggles. I have horrible luck finding cobalt. Like that cobalt right over there. I was in space and building in space for a week before I found that cobalt. Down on planet. That cobalt right there was 25 kilometers away from my spawn point. It took me several hours of searching to find it. Cobalt is my number one villain when it comes to things to locate. Like, I know iron's more important in a way. Let me move over to my ship so I can check it out. Eat, drink, sleep, repeat. Water, food, and sleep. 3 new stats. I need you to confirm for me that drinking coffee also restores energy. Does coffee restore energy also? Even if only a little bit? All right. If you want to make drinking coffee the not end all be all to solving the sleep problem, you should probably add in a caveat if you haven't already that drinking 2 cups drinking coffee repeatedly without properly resting actually increases how fast your sleep goes down. Because just like in real life, while you can use coffee's caffeine to push through not sleeping, nothing beats getting sleep. Yeah, I get the feeling most people probably will end up using a lot of it, just because I live on caffeine supplements pretty much when I'm not, when I'm at work. I don't really drink coffee, but that's because brewing it is inconvenient and takes more time than just adding some powder to a shaker and shaking it. All right, I am gonna subscribe. Okay, I can't subscribe and I can't subscribe because I'm not logged on to Steam on my browser. I have the Steam. I have the Steam client. Why would I be logged on to the browser, huh? Let me go to the workshop and find that. I am going to subscribe to that, and I am also going to follow you so I can follow you so I can find that in the future. because I saw another one called Ancient Astronaut. Ooh. Ooh. That's... Ooh. I like that. I like that. That's an interesting mod. Do not... The big warning, do not run this with oxygen disabled in world settings. That's funny. All right, MA plasma reactor. From what I understand about the bug, from what it said, the reason it can't run like that is because how to put it, I think the reason it doesn't work is because Space Engineers ties hydrogen and oxygen into the same system. So if you've got half of it disabled, just something about it says, all right, well, the whole thing is disabled. You know, but at the same time, they basically do that. They also don't. At the same time you aren't. At the same time they do disable both, they don't, because there's some exception that allows you to still use hydrogen for hydrogen thrusters, and apparently there's a bug in it that if hydrogen is allowed but oxygen is disallowed, it just kind of goes and breaks when you try to use oxygen when in that situation, or when you try to substitute hydrogen for oxygen. I don't know the specifics, just that they really don't like it for some reason. I'm looking at some of these other MA items. Huh. There's a one of these days I'd like to sit down with 2 or 3 people and build an entire mod pack to play with. By the way, the only avatar that won't despawn is mine, because as the streamer. So if you want to stay on stream, you do have to talk a little bit. Like I said, though, one of these days I would like to sit down with a couple people and work out a mod pack for a group of us to play with. I would like to get better at the game before I consider doing that, though, because I do not feel like I'm good enough at the game to play with multiple other people. I feel like I would quickly fall behind. Yeah. Oh, dude. This and Factorio have become some of my go-to games for just... I love playing them. I'm pretty sure that's the sun over there. Yeah, that's the sun, and for some reason, you can see it through the asteroid. I would love to set up even a temporary server to play with a couple people, but I'd want it to be people I know, even if only through streaming. I wouldn't want to play with a bunch of unknowns. Playing with a bunch of unknowns is how you have one person who decides to go and build giant phallic, eruptions all over the place. Like, I know one of the more efficient ship designs tends to be the old good CMB, but there's a difference between building your ship and it being like that because you built nacelles on a long ship. There's another in you intentionally stylizing dicks all over something. Like, you can't help but admit that one of the big flaws of the way we design ships in Space Engineers for a lot of people is it's kind of hard not to draw a dick. In the early game, when you're building your first few ships, because you're going to end up building long and thin, and if you decide to try to be a little stylish and build the engines off to the side, now it looks like a 2 beams and a frame. It's kind of hard to avoid. Ironically, I think that's why some of the better designs for miners are actually a bit of a horseshoe shape instead of with the cockpit further back instead of up front. And it's not, I'd say it's not, Hey, how you doing, Death Shape? Yeah, see, I've got this got this problem where my body keeps disappearing. You know? And I end up just being an arm and heads. So I decided to lean into it. Hopefully it doesn't get worse and my arms start disappearing too. That would be really bad. Oh yeah, I hate to say it, but long, thin ship tends to be better because the maneuvering aerodynamics are better. You know, you don't have to. Yeah, no, I got the most important body parts to do stuff currently. Yeah. You know, I'm half expecting to one day end up going full Rayman and just being a head and hands. I'm fully expecting that to happen at some point. Actually, not be that hard to do. I mean, so far it doesn't seem to spill out the bottom, but God, I hope that doesn't actually start happening one day. That would be horrifying. That would be horrifying, everything to just start. Could you imagine that happening on stream? It just starts dripping down as I sip it. Oh God, that would be horrifying. Hey, thank you for the follow. I may have to see about getting that done. Just get a gif of some dripping blood right there to mess with people for Halloween. Put him in the box. All right. Who's getting dropped in the box? There we go. I may have to do that now. The Halloween idea. I do 1 to 2 24-hour streams every year. I will admit that, or as close to 24 as I can manage. I'm getting older. Usually for my birthday, I do a 24-hour stream where I do something outside of my norm. For this year I did back in April I did a cooking stream where I did a bunch of foods from Final Fantasy XIV, and I had a blast with that. I actually still make one of those recipes fairly regularly. I did an overnight oats recipe for breakfast that was phenomenal. The funny thing is, the box started out as a punishment, but it's now turned into a favorite thing for people. It's weird. It's weird how many people enjoy the box. All right, is the ceiling done? Let's get this corner caked up so we can put lighting down over here. Getting a little dark in this corner. Let's get it lit up. I knew that was going to happen. So while we've got the chance, let's I've got to stop myself doing this. Stop it, Kira. Stop it. I've got to stop myself trying to manually find things instead of just typing. I'm horrible about that. Yeah. And I kind of figured my current avatar that on stream avatars is a little ideal for this game, actually. Hey, what do y'all think? Is the engineer from StarCraft a good one for a space engineer stream? If you can't have an actual space engineer model, which I don't think they have on the workshop for this for stream avatars. This what we are experiencing today is the downside of wanting to build big. Is it takes a long time. Especially when you're playing alone. It's fun, don't get me wrong, love it. But if you're trying, you definitely find yourself in situations where every little thing takes way too long. More steel plate already. Not even the resources bogging me down. I don't mind that. Your current rover is about 50 small blocks in length. Huh. I'm guessing you run smooth voxels on on your as a mod. Because I can't imagine that the irregularity. You're pure vanilla on it. Prop. You're running some pretty big wheels though, aren't you? You've got pretty big wheels on it, don't you? I'm guessing the biggest wheels they have. Because otherwise, I can't see that being, yep, 5x5 off-roads. Yeah, I can't see that really I can't see bigger ones being viable otherwise. Because small wheels get stuck in a lot of things. The ripples that tend to be around mountains. Nice. Yeah, this is my scout ship that I built. Pure Ion. We call it the Unicorn because we when I was building it, they said you need a gun on that, so I grabbed the rail gun. And it just sticks up over the cockpit like a unicorn's horn. It 100% looks like it's screaming from the right angle, by the way. Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. I think endgame. I think you have two options when it comes to endgame space engineers. You either build an absolutely ridiculous capital ship to be your everything, or you build a lot of bases. You either have a lot of middle-sized bases everywhere, or you have one capital ship that is basically your everything and serves as a carrier for small ships like miners, welders, stuff like that. Those are your two options. At least in single player. Yeah, at least in single player. In multiplayer, the end game can be a little more varied depending on what kind of role playing is happening in a world, in a server. Could you imagine your end game on a Space Engineers multiplayer server being the guy who runs the repair shipyard? And you've just got this massive series of space berths for people to bring their ships to repair them. You're completely neutral. You get along with everybody, or they're at least not hateful at you, because you provide a service of a place to work on your ships. Nice. That actually sounds like it would be interesting. And like 60% of your gameplay of what I was thinking of is just you going out with your personal miners, and yeah, I will send it to me over Twitch. I will definitely check that out. This thing right here is just the ugliest thing ever. This is what initially brought me off a planet. Send it via Whisper on Twitch, cause Nightbot is a feral beast and intends to rip down any attempt at anything. Nightbot is definitely a feral beast. This was originally my first ship to orbit, and then I needed a miner up here, so I slapped on some drills onto it. It's ugly, but it gets the work done. It also drags ass like you wouldn't believe. When it's loaded up, it feels like you are dragging your ass on the ground. All right, let me pull it up. Take a look at it. Let me refresh because it hasn't shown up yet. There it is. All right. Vanilla multiplayer survival starter base. Large grid. All right, and your username on Steam is the same as on Twitch. That's actually useful for finding your stuff. That's surprisingly useful. Oh, I like how the interior looks like wood. I like that. And you took advantage of the rounded conveyor tubes. I see those so rarely. That's actually nice to see. Nice, nice. And it's completely vanilla other than needing... And it's completely vanilla other than needing DLC. Which, even if they are vanilla plus, they're still vanilla. I like that. I really like that. Are you okay with me using that in a... Are you okay with me using that in a future world? Because that's actually really nice. I might try to get a few people in on a game with that. That would be really neat. maybe have us stumble into that instead of it being our start, but it being like near where we start. All right. Each bedroom contains one cryo, an armory, and a bed. All right. Yeah. That's actually really neat. And it wouldn't be that hard to modify it to have to build a hangar next to it, would it? I didn't see any sort of hangar on it. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm going to look you up on the actual Steam client real quick and follow your stuff. Because that is too good not to follow you. Subscribe to that, and well, I'm at least going to subscribe to it. It's not giving me an option to follow you. Oh, there we go. It's the only thing you've got. If you decide to add anything, if you decide to post anything out, oh, nice. The conveyor's already in the backside, so oh, nice. So it'll be pretty easy to add a connector to attach something to it. Nice. All right, yeah. I am going to be very interested in keeping track of what you build in the future, and I will be more than excited to try them out in a world sometime soon. That base looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to actually try it. That would be I would love to get that in with 2 or 3 people. Like, I'm 100% going to call myself not the greatest at space engineers. I'm still learning day by day. Legitimately, about a third of the time I spend on YouTube is me watching YouTube videos about space engineers, trying to learn things. My next big step of things to learn is going to be drones. I have to learn drones. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna build a garage too? That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. People keep telling me drones are easy, but until I actually try, I don't know. You know? I know people tell me drones are easy. You already got the exterior. You know what? We've got the floor space already. I think legitimately the only way I'm going to rock and understand how to build drones is if I straight up build one from scratch myself. So that is going to be my big goal, my next big goal. So let me, you know what? Let's build a drone. I already know I'm going to need these. Let's start building a drone because I need to learn. If you're going to build a landing pad, incorporate points where the conveyors are just one. Incorporate spots where you can just tessellate them. Where you can just stamp down multiples. And it only takes breaking one or two blocks to add conveyors to add them up, because that'll help a lot. Let's learn drones, I suppose. Get in here real quick to recharge our batteries. Let's learn drones. You guys can scream at me every time I do something wrong here for a while. Alright, so you said antenna. We're going to use ion thrusters for this just because it'll be easier. Because we're space exclusive. And event controllers. Conveyor hub underneath the flooring. Nice. Nice. And timers. Yeah. Multigrid is tough. We're gonna work out a mostly dirty quick miner. Where is my rotor? See why why I need to where are you? Yeah. So my plans for this asteroid are if I destroyed that. Whoops. My plans for this asteroid are to what do you call it? Well, as you've probably seen, I named this base the Orange Shipyards. And it's a decent sized asteroid. We'll fly around real quick. My plan is to turn this entire asteroid into just landing berth after landing berth, and fill them up with different ships. Some of them will be drones. Some of them will be manually piloted ships. But the whole thing will just be a beehive of ships of multiple sizes. you know, literally a shipyard with probably close to 50 ships on it. You know, of varying sizes, at least one capital ship. And I need to get that rotor back out. So, I have aspirations to build something rather ludicrous. Oh, you're right. I forgot to lock it. Thank you for reminding me. All right. Yeah, sudden rotation while you're building can be a problem. You're not wrong there. All right, well, let's start off by building the spine of the ship, and the lower spine of the ship here. Honestly, if I'm making a drone, I could probably get away with yeah, start with the interior and build exterior later. So we'll grab a medium cargo container. Put it like that so I can attach a connector to the bottom when it's time. Since we're going to be transporting ammo with this, the small cargo, the small conveyor port's fine. All right. Brain function. All right. So again, my brain is not wanting to function. Come on, brain. So you said I need steel plate, an interior plate for these. All right, let me go grab interior plate so I can place things. All right. So you said up there I need two AI move, an event controller, an antenna, an AI flight and 2 AI recorders. 2 move. 2 recorders. Whoop. An event controller antenna. That is why I made sure they faced forward. So we have an AI flight, 2 AI flight moves, 2 AI recorders. I think I want an AI offensive because I am going to want it to be able to go to fly out to engage. And I think that's all the, and then I need the event recorder, right? And that's one of the ones that I took off my hotbar. Event controller. All right. Oh, and 2 timers, right. Is the difference legitimately just one's a modded, the DLC version of it? God, that's cringe. It's the first time I haven't had all the components in a while. All right, we gotta get the thrusters on the ship first. Also, you said I needed to put a cockpit on there as just a temporary measure, right? Where is it? Brain function. Really? See, once I finish, this will be added to my main conveyor network, but currently they're just dummied out. But eventually they'll be added to my conveyor network so that I'll be able to just use them instead of having to go all the way around. I had 30 bulletproof glass, but I didn't have 5 displays. Wow. Alright, let me grab some water. Yes, I do use a gallon container for water. Alright. Next step is getting the thrusters on this. You know I was an idiot. The first block should not have been that medium cargo container. Yes, thank you for telling me. Oh, my oxygen's getting low too. Alright, batteries are right there. Right. Need to get batteries on the ship before much longer, though. Or do you think one gonna be enough? Do you think one's gonna be enough, or should I get a second battery too, since it's going to be ion powered? Two's probably better since it's gonna be ion powered. You know what? I was an idiot. I was a complete potato brain there. Complete potato brain. Is it... As ugly as it is, I need that. Why would you do that? As much as I don't like the look of it, I'm going to need that because it gives me connections for for my weapons and everything. It's just power cells keeping me from getting those done. All right, let's get this named up. Name AI Flight Move, the first one. And the other one, combat. Do I need that one when I've got the AI offensive combat? I mean, you said turn off collision avoidance on the combat one? Timer 1 is RTB. Where is my timers? Wrong one. Set the delay up to anything. All right. And the second one is drone timer what? And time is fastest I can get it. Gotcha. Let me get some more stuff on the ship let me go grab those batteries while I'm here. Really? Okay. And at least get these started charging. Event controller. That's going to be in the ease. We're going to call this one ammo RTB. All right. And I'm guessing we're wanting to cargo filled percentage of equal or less than 20% or 10%. Yeah, I don't have the guns on there yet. So I'll just have the cargo container on there for now. But what weapons do we want on there? The Gatling's gonna be the easiest thing, I think. You know what? The Warfare Gatling actually sounds good. I still got to get an antenna on there. What other components did it just dump in my inventory? What? Why? Why? Let me hold up. It just dumped 40. Why did it make an additional 40? That's weird. I need to get an antenna on there. I don't have the antenna yet. Three, two, one. There we go. And I'm guessing a camera wouldn't be a bad idea either, would it? All right. When I get now to set up actions. Is this where we're looking for? No, we're still wanting to be in here, right? I don't have any of my thrusters on. Let me. I need to get the rest of the kit set up before I can start thinking about setting up the actions. Event controller. That one is named drone ammo RTB. So for the drone, all right, what do I need to do in here? For the drone RTB timer and trigger now. All right. And that's it for that one. Yeah, I gotta get the engines on still. Oh, my brain just shut off on me. What I'm seeing is since these are planned to be used in space, there's no point in making them hydrogen and making them literal small bombs. Oh, it's all right. Hey, you know, when those ideas hit, sometimes you gotta just go for it. Well, then it's good that the RTB timer is. Ooh, those are right at the front, so. Yeah, when I armor it up after we get it built, that's going to be a layer of light armor, heavy armor, and then heavy plate over it, over the nose, so that can hopefully eat up anything that hits it. I feel like I missed something somewhere if I'm. I have one on the base over here. I think it might be off right now because I was worried about pirates, but it won't be that hard to turn it on. And I went over there to get components and didn't do that. So that's the one I was missing. Knew I was missing something. I can check real quick. It is on, it is visible, it isn't broadcasting, so. I need to go get some oxygen real quick. Almost out. There we go. All right, where is the Suck 9000 block? There it is. Battery is still good. All right. Now, other than needing to, oh, and I need to put down a connector that's, going to work for it. Do we want to have our drones stored underneath? That would actually be kind of neat, having the drones stored underneath. Oh, that was the wrong one. Ooh, minute 30 ad. It's stuck. All right. So we have our bare minimum here. There is no oxygen in this. Oh, there's no gyro either yet. I don't have a gyro yet. That's what I was forgetting. It felt like I was forgetting something. I don't have a gyro on there yet. All right. Antenna, gyro, cockpit, thrusters, future weapon system, all the AI blocks that we talked about, connector. We should be able to take this over and connect it up so we can work from there. All right. We're parked. I'm not, so at the very minimum, we got it to where we're going to launch and return to. Yeah, let it charge up and all that. Now that it's connected up, I can go about armoring it. Turn it off. The challenge I've got here is there is no oxygen in the ship, so I do have to go in with a full oxygen tank first. Or actually, I need to stop doing the connector. You know what? I need to manufacture something real quick. I've been putting off having one of these. I know I've got an oxygen tank somewhere. Where is... Really? That's clearly an oxygen tank right there. Oh, that reminds me, I need to go get more oxygen, more ice. Oops, sorry. Sorry, trying to get oxygen, an oxygen tank to carry on me. Yeah, apparently it's just not a... Despite knowing it's connected, it just doesn't want to connect. What? All right. Back to the drone ship. All right, you were saying specifically turn off the connector. True. Oh, wait, no, there's no... Oh, you're right. I am an idiot potato. I am not even going to deny that. Won't go in. What? I've got H2O2 generators down here, but the problem is they don't have any. You know, there's no ice in them currently because I've got to go get more ice. I've been getting into my ship. I've been getting into one of my ships to refill my O2. Speaking of, let's go mine some more ice since clearly we've let's wait. There we go. Alright, where is my ice droid? Down here. Go get some ice real quick because we are a little short on ice at the base at the moment. And wait, what do we got in our cargo? The game just the base decided to use my ship as storage. Oh, that kind of frustrates me. Three large cargo containers on the base, and it decides to use the ship as storage. Friggin' conveyors, man. We do. We love space engineers. Oh. I think I had a closer asteroid with ice, but I think while it is closer, it's in a... I have to maneuver into the asteroid, inside the asteroid. So even though this one's further away, it's more convenient because I can surface mine. Can't underestimate the utility of being able to surface mine instead of having to maneuver a fat ship into a small, cave. And this is definitely a fat ship. I mean, look at it. This thing is the definition of poorly built. It was built to get to orbit. It wasn't built to be used, a daily driver. Literally, this thing has atmospherics on it because when I originally built it, I intended to use the atmospherics to get as high as I could before switching to using hydrogen. It worked. And I still almost ran out of hydrogen before I got to where I decided to build my base. This thing is unwieldy. Everyone's built an ugly ship like this at one point or another, though. You know, just the massive thrusters and and tanks to get you to space for that first time. Everyone's built one like this at some point in their career. The batteries are on the bottom. This thing is the definition of built ugly. I mean, what, on my Discord? Or just in general? It's... Most people do regret their first time on 18 plus channels. Oh. Honestly, there's not much there. It's a quiet Discord, to be honest. Barely anyone posts, and it's not because there is an 18 plus section. That section came about as a, as a dare. 100% that section came about as a dare. It saw some initial posting and then nobody uses it. A former mod, I won't say former because he is still technically one of my mods, but he hasn't been around in a while. He dared me to do it, so I did it. It's not a section of the server I recommend people go to, but it's there if they really want to post. Was that hit? Oh, just drills. Yeah, this is my go-to ice spot right from the point I got into space for the first time on this world. And there was actually a point early on where I didn't have enough power for the ship, so I just had to float over here and hope I didn't die out before I made it back to get some ice to the base. It was bad. That was before I converted this to a mining ship. Well, I think that's enough ice for now. I'll come back off stream and get more. But yeah, no, the Discord, I wish I had more people active on the Discord. I don't have a lot of people active on it. Always happy to have people around on it, though. Spacebar bridge control consoles. I might have to check that out. Yeah, honestly, I forgot the 18 plus section was even there. Been so long since I actually used it for anything. All told, that ice asteroid isn't too bad. Yeah, I found silicon before I found anything else other than ice. I'm not even kidding. Everything else I have found came later. I found gold before I found iron in space. Honestly, the moon might be close enough I could get to it without needing a jump drive or anything. Probably is. Nice. Fusion war. That is a scary idea, fusion warheads. Even your new capital ship can't survive one? Well, I'd hope not if it's a fusion warhead. There are a few like deflector and energy shield mods, and I considered putting one in the homebrew pack I'm using, but decided against it just because I'm playing by myself, and if I have them, then the NPCs have them on their ship. So I still don't think I found any uranium. Who's uranium? Nah, that's an old joke. Still haven't found any uranium in any asteroids. That's the only thing keeping me from being able to run a reactor, is a lack of uranium. I do have the gravel resources extractor mod. I'm not going to deny that. It is a bit of a shame that I even have that mod on here, not gonna lie. It is basically a mod that lets you turn the copious amounts of gravel that you get from stone into tiny amounts of other resources. Like, literally 1,000 kilograms of gravel will turn will net you like 0.001 of uranium and stuff like that. It is a construct. It's this thing over here. Basically, throw in gravel, get out small little bits of other resources. It's a fail-safe mod for me. I originally found it and put it on my game after like my very first time I ever played. I didn't manage to find cobalt anywhere. Not a single place. I went like 35 kilometers out and did not find a speck of cobalt. So I went looking for a method to get cobalt if I had absolutely no luck finding cobalt. And that's what I've stumbled on. It's a use this, nowadays I use it to get rid of the copious amounts of gravel and that's it. But I won't pull anything from it unless I've found that resource on an asteroid or on planet. Other than cobalt when I'm first starting if I can't find it. I'll give myself like 15 hours on a world before I start using it for cobalt. It's my failsafe. 100% it's my failsafe. All right, we gotta get this thing finished. All right, we've got at least half battery charge on both of these. Should have turned off all those engines. Dang it, that's my fault. All right, what else do we need to program in here to get this set up? We've got the recorders, task 1. All right, and the second one's going to be land. All right. Wait. Okay, we have the AI flight. Turn off the connector. Connector is off. Right. We can't park the drone after this. Find that connector. Whoop. All right. All right. Enter AI takeoff. And I create waypoint. Record waypoint, right? Oh, no. Add waypoint. Manually add a waypoint at the current position. Oh, hold up. We got a break. We got an ad break. Oh. Blew up a bit and add a new waypoint. That's probably too much. All right, there we go. All right, so we've got our 3 takeoff waypoints there. So how do we set this up? Set up action for the recorder. For the do I have to select a? It won't let me. Do I have to pick waypoint 1? Because setup action's grayed out. Okay. Waypoint 1, setup action. This one's going to be a turn off waypoint, I'm guessing. Pick waypoint 3. Okay. Pick waypoint 3, and that's going to switch to AI flight combat, I'm guessing. We want to turn on AI flight combat at this point. Put the timer. Okay. And we want to use trigger now, right? Correct. Start or trigger now. I just hit trigger now. Since Since that one's on a literal 1 second timer, trigger now is fine. All right. At waypoint 1, we need to add turn off connector, don't we? So it'll reactivate. Right. And just use unlock specifically. Use unlock specifically, since this is takeoff. Just turning off. Fair enough. That does. Wait, wrong one. The other one will toggle block on. All right, and then you said go to the combat timer, and we want to set up actions. This is where we get AI flight combat on, right? And we're gonna first turn off the AI take it. So we'll want to turn off the this one first. And then turn on combat. And turn off the not block off, but the AI behavior. And this one will turn off AI behavior, and this one will turn on the combat AI behavior. And then start the RTB timer block, which is all right. That should be everything. What's my... I gotta come back to this real quick. I gotta refill my oxygen. Less than half oxygen, so I'd rather be safe and get a refill. And then turn on the AI officer. The combat AI. we've already got turn off AI behavior here for the land takeoff, turn on AI behavior for the combat, start the drone RTB timer, and then another AI flight combat. This one? Oh, right. We didn't turn that one on. All right. Yo, Soulburn, how you doing? Just learning the bare minimum basics of drones. All right, now we go to the event controller. Brain. Yeah, we're learning Space Engineers drones. So far it is more complex. In the event controller, we've currently got drone timer RTB trigger now. Yeah, that was one of the ones you had me set up beforehand. So I suppose now we need to set up the RTB timer, which it'll be this one's going to terminate in the AI land coming on. I mean, the AI flight land takeoff coming on, isn't it? All right, so you're saying AI flight combat, turn AI behavior off, offensive, AI behavior off, and then turn on, and then start the landing. Along with the AI flight land takeoff. No, sorry, wrong order. The land takeoff needs to come on before the recorder, right? All right, and then from here, yeah, I went too far out. I need to set this location as a waypoint, don't I? For the land. This needs to be waypoint 1 for land, right? All right. And then I should just be able to kick in reverse. I definitely went way too far. That looks about right. Yep, I'm doing that right now. Oh, I almost screwed up there. All right, now I should just lower down. That's technically... Now I just make another waypoint. I will not turn on the yeah, make the waypoint, then turn on my connector, right? All right, and then we need, not there. Then we go here, down to here. Waypoint 3 gets... Yeah. That was the wrong action for this. All right. Let's just go over everything one more time before we finish. One more thing, what's up? In the recorders, all right, we go up to AI land. I need to set an antenna so they know where the base is. Where do I do that? Because it's not showing my antennas in here. I don't have a beacon, just antenna. I am all the way down. At the bottom, yeah, there's... it won't take me long to build a beacon. And you just throw down a beacon real quick. Why are Radiocom components so heavy? Oh, that's going to have to be built around so it doesn't irritate me. All right, and now we can go into AI land. Same thing with takeoff, right? We want the orange shipyards as a reference. All right. So let me just let's just check everything. Drone timer RTB. Wait, which one did I click on? Drone timer combat. Setup action says turn off land takeoff, turn on AI flight combat, start the drone timer RTB, and start AI behavior on. Run the takeoff recorder. Just hit play, huh? Nothing's happened. Oh, right. Right, and we are looking at the AI takeoff. AI behavior is on for takeoff. Should I turn on precision mode? Since it's for docking, for flight, land, takeoff. No? All right. Then I should just be able to go to AI takeoff, hits, and change the speed limit. Where do I do that on flight? This one? It's at 10 meters a second. That should be fine, shouldn't it? And the last thing I want is it to overestimate itself. All right, we'll go 24. It's landing. I don't mind if that's slow. It's the combat I'd be worried about being... The combat's where I'd rather it be faster. It can't with the recorder? What do you mean it can't? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right, so now I should just be able to go to AI takeoff and turn on AI behavior and hit play. Do I need to get out of it for that to happen? Because it's not doing anything. add an AI movement? Could have sworn we did. We have AI. Apparently we didn't. Apparently we didn't. We had a land takeoff. We had an AI flight combat and a land takeoff. All right. So, we're gonna put this where it's not gonna get absolutely bum-effed. Wait. No, we have one on there. I have one on there, but you know, we named it Land Takeoff. AI behavior on. And we've got that should be working, right? We've got a takeoff and a land task as well as combat. We turned on the takeoff command, you know.
So you want to be able to launch your fighters.
All right, give me just a moment. I gotta mute the game audio so you can't hear that. Wait, you guys haven't been able to hear the game audio this entire time, have you?
From your hangar bays, have them go out and battle, and then return once the battle's over. Or perhaps you want them to return when the batteries are low or their ammunition is running low so they can resupply and then go back out and fight. Well, in today's video, that's what we're going to be showing you how to do. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you these launch, I'm going to show you how we've set everything up, and then I'm going to hold your hand and configure a fighter at the end. There is one big disclaimer that I have learned while setting these up, and really I should have set them up all over again. Do not use a grid with subgrids attached to it. The AI gets very, very confused and it just stops working at some point. It also doesn't like having collision avoidance on when there's subgrids attached to that grid. So save yourself the bother, the hassle, and don't attach any subgrids to one that you plan on having the AI control. Right, let's get ourselves stuck into the setup. So when the timer block activates on the main ship with our single button press, it activates our takeoff record. That works in combination with the takeoff and a landing movement button that launches it out of the hangar bay. Once it's out of the hangar bay, it has a switch that activates our combat movement and combat mode blocks over there. It then ventures towards the target with a timer block ticking down on 2 minutes. Of course, it could be longer if you wanted it to, but I've just got 2 minutes for this demonstration. So that'll allow it to circle, battle for 2 minutes, then return. We've also got a low ammunition button. So if this event handler runs low on ammunition, it will trigger our RTB switch early. So it's a really straightforward system this, there's not much to go wrong, and the timer block with the RTB sequence will recall it back, even if there is a problem with the other sequences. So let's begin. Switch over to our singular launch sequence, and we'll get a nice angle there. And there we go. So we've got all 4 of our fighters launching. There's going to be quite a few issues in this video, but most of them are down to me using grids with subgrids attached to them. So save yourself the hassle and don't have yourself any subgrids attached to them. So wings have now expanded. Fighters are going in for the attack. So the hit and run sequence has begun. The ships are attacking, breaking off, and attacking once again. The event handler is in place, checking if they've got enough ammunition to continue the attack. If they suddenly run out of ammunition, it will automatically return them back to the carrier. Now, it won't be a real test, this in a bit of a demonstration without, for instance, us moving the carrier around. So let's get our carrier and let's move it over here. So our nice time block combat switch, it's settled to AI behavior off. It's going to turn on our landing behavior, going to turn off our
Alright, that video is a little too long to watch on stream, and I apologize this entire time. You guys haven't had any game audio, and I apologize about that. Oh! Nice. About to run out of oxygen. It happens, it happens. Almost died there. Hey, nice squall. Did not. I almost ran out of oxygen. That was close. You know what? There's one thing that might be doing it. There you guys go. You got a minute to decide you want to get into a boss. I used to have that set up so it would run automatically. And something broke and I have to retype it in manually every time. So it is really not activating. My AI behavior's on here. My collision avoidance is on here, which I want that off for combat. For this, I do want it on. It should be running. Hey, Coffee, how you doing? Trying to figure out drones. Been up all night and you. Oh no, it's the ancient Grandmaster. Oh no. Why is this not working? Is it not working because I'm on it? Yeah, no, I am legitimately learning myself right now. That didn't do it either. Yeah, I need to watch one and use it, but I don't want to spend the 15 minutes or so it'll take to view that video on stream. You know, because that'll be 15 minutes where I'm being quiet and not doing anything. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I mean, I got sent one already, you know, by Gamer Empire, who's been helping me figure this out so far. But we've got 2 flight, 2 recorders. The takeoff one is the one that's giving us trouble right now. We unlock waypoint 1. We unlock and move, you know, and then move to waypoint 2. And then move to waypoint 3 and start the drone timer for combat. That's what should be happening. But it's not. Is it because there's a freaking cockpit on it? Is it because there's a cockpit on it, so it's giving deference to the cockpit? No, you're right, you're right. That can't be it. It's hello, Rust Crater. I need to put off testing this because in case that freighter is coming right at us. If it's not, I don't have Gatling ammo set up right now. And it's not done anyway. What is wrong with it that it doesn't want to go? I don't think it's this. It's got to be something with AI takeoff. Hey, congratulations! You got Dodrio. Like, I know I've currently got the AI behavior off, but that's because we weren't... You're on the other side of the planet, okay. Or, no, you're not, but you are moving away from us. Alright. Why are you not functioning? That should have worked. Why are you not working? Gotta go. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm over what I normally like to stream anyway. Let's this is a rare time for me. Let's go find somebody to raid. I don't normally do this. Let's go find somebody in Space Engineers to raid. I don't normally do this, but there's enough people here that I feel like I need to today. I mean, I don't know any of these people, so let's drop it on to Atrosus. I really don't know any of these people, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just picking one at random. Oh, and he's in the Space Engineers category, but he's playing Minecraft, so that's not where we're going. That's unfortunate. Oh, it's alright. It's alright, man. But I do gotta call it a day because I have stuff going on later. Let's make a zero viewer players day. We are going to raid a guy named Cruz Coda Plays. All right, I was gonna say let's make a zero players day, but if we'll drop into somebody you guys somebody knows. All right, I don't really care about that, but I'll just copy that title. We're gonna start up a raid for Cruz Coda Play. Y'all get in if you're gonna raid. We're gonna go drop in on them and say hi, and then we're gonna call it a day. Well, that's calling it a day. So I will see you guys next time. You guys have a good time over at Cruz. See you later.